Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you, it's something I'm massively excited for. It is time for a new series here on FIFA 16 and it is the Career Mode project. Last year I brought you this series, I wasn't able to finish it, but this time I am determined. I'm going to have a new PC and it's going to work, I promise you that. I promise you on my life it is going to work. But I'm massively excited for this. Now, I realise there's quite a few new guys since I made this series back on FIFA 15. That's a heck of a lot of new subscribers, actually. But for those that don't know what the Career Mode project entails, I'm gonna explain it to you now, and then we'll get into the players that will be being used in this series this time around. Nevertheless, yes, what this series is basically I take an entire squad of young players, build a squad with them, and go through all 15 seasons with those players to see what sort of overalls they get to, but also crucially, I mean, you don't want to just see the stats, do you? Realistically, you don't come here just for stats, you want to see action. And that's what I'm going to be bringing you. I'll be bringing you the highlights of every single season that I use these players. So all the best goals that I get from the seasons, all the best passages of defensive play, of goalkeeping play, and you'll see who performs the best. Not only who gets to the best overall, but who actually plays the best out of these players. Now, I'm wanting to use quite unassuming players. They'll all have very high potentials. I want every single player to have at least 83 potential. But there'll be players that aren't necessarily massively... what's the word? Obvious, because you know the obvious players already. You know what their potentials are. You may have used them already. I want to bring you new players who are absolute gems, not only to use, but also in their potentials and overalls as well. Now, obviously, one introduction that we've had since last year's series is training. Now, what I will try and do is equally share or equally distribute the weeks of training and slots of training across the entire 25-man squad, so not one player is growing ridiculously fast in comparison to anyone else. So basically, yes, this series is where I basically go through 15 seasons with a young, high potential squad, show you the highlights, the best goals. There will be some incredible goals as well. Last series there were some mental goals and highlights, and also what sort of potentials and overalls they can get to. There's also another segment of the video. Each video is split into clear segments as well, where you can suggest other players that you would like to see the potentials or overalls for in that season. So if that's explained well enough, if you have any queries about this series, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. But now it is time for me to go through the squad. Now, I'm looking at about 25 players. That I think is the maximum amount of players I can have that I can play on a regular basis, and so no player's growth will be stunted by not playing too often. Nevertheless, it is time to go through the 11 players that I have chosen. Now that means, because I want you guys to get involved in this series, you guys are going to be the ones watching, and I want you guys to have a big impact, sorry. Managed to just converge both of those words together. I want you guys to have a massive impact on this series and an input. So you guys will be choosing the remaining 14 players. So in the comment section, I want you guys to comment not each of you comment 14 players, but comment the player you most want to see the potential of, or you want to see in this series scoring goals and seeing the highlights of. You can comment more than one, that's absolutely fine, but if you see a comment where they've sort of commented the same player that you want to see, make sure to thumb it up. I'm going to pick the most thumbed up comments, if you like, as well. I don't want really obvious ones, so before you start putting like Teal, well, I want to say I don't want obvious ones. If you guys really want me to put obvious ones in, that is absolutely fine, but I would quite like to go with some sort of under-the-radar players as well, so that you guys are learning something new. Nevertheless, there are some sort of parameters around the players that you should be commenting in the comment section. They have to be 20 years old or below. They can't be 21 and above. They have to be 20 years of age or below. So 17, 18, 19, 20, that's all fine. They also have to have a fairly high potential. So it's no good giving me a player that's only got like 75 potential. They've got to have like at least 82 potential, preferably. And also, This isn't really a parameter, but just think about every type of position as well, because I need to build up a whole squad, a balanced squad. So I need, 3 goalkeepers, 4 fullbacks, 4 centre-backs. I need, yes, I need a lot of offensive players, but I also need a lot of defensive players as well. So make sure to give an all-round sort of representation of the squad. Give me some defenders, give me midfielders, give me goalkeepers, and also give me wingers and strikers as well. Nevertheless, it's time to get into the 11 players that I have chosen. I've chosen 1 goalkeeper already. Now, I'm sure there'll be 1 player that you have in mind in terms of commenting goalkeepers in the comment section, but I haven't chose that one simply because I think that will be chosen by you guys in the comments. And I've gone for André Moreira, who is a Portuguese young goalkeeper. In terms of fullbacks, we've gone for Elmir Nabuilin and also Kenny Tete of Ajax. Centre-backs, we've got 2 of those for now. Vallejo of Real Zaragoza and also Nicolas Sula of Hoffenheim. The central midfielders that I have personally chosen are Rashedli Bazoa and Gould of Sporting Lisbon, Ryan Gould. In terms of wingers, we've gone for Leroy Sané of Schalke 04 and Gelson Martins of Sporting Lisbon. And in terms of strikers, we've got Bertrand Traoré of Chelsea and Yusuf Poulsen of Red Bull Leipzig. Now that means you can choose any players other than those guys in the comments section. Don't forget, I want goalkeepers, fullbacks, centre-backs, central midfielders, wingers, strikers, the whole lot. Whatever young player below the age of 21, so 20 or below, whatever player you want to comment in the comment section, make sure to do so, and thumb up any other comments you see that you like as well, so I'm more likely to see them and choose the players in that comment. But nevertheless, if you do have any queries or any questions about this series, make sure to drop them in the comment section below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are really excited for this new series. Feel free to smash the likes button. 80 likes for this new series. Come on, that would be massively appreciated. You'll see the first episode of this next Friday, hopefully, and I hope you guys again are excited for that one. Smash the likes button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already as well for this series and more career mode content as well in the future. And comment the players that you want me to use in this series. But nevertheless, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.